Hello, this is Shoom, and the title of the video may be pretty confusing for you, so let's think it through a bit. What the benefits of single motivation? Yeah, you may have the drive to do something, and you feel excited, and goosebumps appear on your skin, but what's next? Like, for example, you decide to go to the gym. You go to the gym once, you feel great, you tell that you will go tomorrow again. Tomorrow you go to the gym, you feel great, you tell yourself to go to the gym the next day. Maybe you'll last for, I don't know, maybe a month, but then you just tell yourself that you don't feel like it, that you will do that tomorrow but not today, and so on. And you might go to the gym if you have that sudden strike in your brain that, oh, I really want to go to the gym. But who knows how often that the strikes happen. Single motivation won't get you anywhere. To gain results, you should train consistently. But how can you do that if you don't feel like it? You should change the motive and the source of drive in your brain. And so, this video is about that, those substitutes of motivation, and the ways how to get the most out of your time. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and here we go. Okay, let's start with a thing that is more like a helping tool that works only if you implement other steps, and it is scheduling. Yeah, if you already have a schedule and a to-do list, then you can skip this part, that's up to you, but for those who don't have one yet, you should understand that time management is more than just a skill. With it, you can gain control over your life and decide what to do soberly. You can write your daily schedule on paper or in an app, so you know what you should do now, after an hour, after two. If you take it really seriously, you won't drift throughout the day, suddenly deciding to do this or that. Like, now I have to record a video, like it's 11 o'clock, 11 a.m., and so my emotions don't control my actions. If it's time for X, I do X. Yeah, it's acceptable to spend some additional minutes on something if you have set the goal and can't do that fast. Later you will know how much time it takes and fix your schedule to excellence, and really don't be annoyed by some additional tasks. You can't predict them. And so also weekly, monthly and yearly to-do lists are really important. They should be in your sight every day. Like, you can write them on paper and stick it to the wall, or use some apps also on your PC, and you just should see them and revise and ask yourself, do you know what to do to achieve them? And do you actually do that? Okay. Now what about your mental health and mentality? First, let's talk about your motive. Usually people are motivated by some visible results, like get a six-pack, earn $1 million in X years, and so on. But do they care about a diet or learning professional investing? I think no. Like, they care only about that only goal that is far away, but they are not grateful for doing a necessary task for that goal. And they eventually just give up because they didn't see anything. They didn't achieve the results in that time, and they think that they are a failure, and so they just keep living their average life. But if you make a system of things you should do to that goal, a system of tasks, and understand that your goal is not the only thing that measures your success, then your road will be enjoyable and clear. Yeah, it's pretty optimistic, but there are days where you just refuse to walk. right? You'll have those days regardless what you do and how enjoyable that thing is. Motivation can help you then, and that's when we need discipline. If you have strong discipline, your emotions and lack of motivation don't affect your work. Disciplined people understand their purpose that is pretty similar with motivation, but purpose is something higher. Like, you get motivated by different results or processes, but your purpose is authentic. It's almost the same every time. Like, maybe your purpose is to help people, is to have a great influence of your last name. If maybe you have some religious like motives, and so it may be different for everyone. And so it is better to say that you get infinitely motivated by your purpose. And those disciplined people don't care how bad the day was. They work on themselves every time, every day. That may sound pretty extreme, but it is true. By the way, I have a second channel, if you didn't know. So the link is in the description, so you may check it out. There is also one thing that is almost the same as motivation, and it is called competition. Yeah, don't confuse it with comparison, which I guess you know it is really dangerous for your mental health. Compete with someone you are able to compete with. If you put the plank too high, you'll just give up because that battle is unfair. You can be inspired, but you don't compare yourself with them. Like, if you want to be like a tech businessman, how can you compete with Mark Zuckerberg if you're just starting? You will feel like like shit, like if you stay next to him, because you don't even have $1 million in revenue. So you can't compete with him. You can make him your role model, but not an enemy. So it's the main thing, and I believe that my guide was really useful and interesting, and I want to say that I believe in you. Don't give up, love you, and see you soon.